Why do guys always have to be the one to make the first move on a girl? What if girls made the first move on you for a change? Hi, I'm Andrew, and in this video, I'm going to tell you a simple scientific secret that can make any girl you want start chasing you for sex, and you'll never have to approach her, creep her out, or try to pick her up. In fact, when you follow the instructions in this video, she's going to be the one trying to pick you up. And I'm even going to take it one step further and give you this free t-shirt, if you want it. Guys call it the flirt shirt because every time you wear it, girls approach you and start flirting with you like crazy. And once she's standing right in front of you, laughing and blushing and brushing up against you, I'll tell you exactly what you're going to do next to turn her on without being creepy, get her doing all the work to win you over, and get her so feverishly horny, she's dragging you home by the belt buckle and ripping your pants off with her teeth. Can you picture the girl you'd try this on first? If you can picture 3 or 4 girls, even better. How would you feel right now if all those girls were chasing you for sex? That's what I'm going to teach you here in this video. And look, I know how crazy this might sound. I really do. And that's why I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And if you give me just a few minutes to explain the story and the science behind this, then I won't just tell you my secret. I'll tell you how to get one of these t-shirts sent to your front doorstep for free, so you can see for yourself how easy it is to get hot girls chasing you too. Does that sound more than fair? But I have to warn you, I only have a limited number of free t-shirts, and once they're gone, this video will self-destruct. So, if your dating and sex life matters to you, if you're sick of doing all the work with women only to get ignored, flaked on, or put in the friend zone, and if you're ready to motorboat the shit out of the big, bouncing opportunity that's staring you in the face right now, then stay on this page and watch this short little video here to the very end, because if you leave, you'll lose your spot in line and never discover the secret I'm revealing in the next 7 minutes. The scientific secret that took a shy, socially awkward loser like me from rock bottom to sleeping with so many gorgeous women I lost count years ago. By the way, my name is Andrew Ryan, and I only have one goal for you in this training video: to get a hot, naked girl in your bedroom immediately, if not sooner. And you'll do this the easy way, without changing who you are, using cheesy pickup lines, or paying a dime for drinks and dinners. The crazy thing is, almost no other guys have even caught on to this yet. They're all still trying to approach girls and be alpha at nightclubs, or use lame pickup artist games that don't even work anymore. I don't know about you, but I always hated approaching girls and trying to game them. Even worse, I hated putting myself out there only to have the girl flake out on me later and treat me like a nobody. And worst of all, I hated going to bed alone, night after night, wishing I had a cute girl lying next to me instead of Pornhub on my laptop. And now that I'm the go-to expert for single guys around the world, I hear from hundreds of men every day who feel confused, anxious, and downright depressed about their love life. Now look, I don't know you personally, but if approaching hot girls makes you nervous, if it's been more than a month since you got laid, if you've ever had a girl play games with you or take you for granted, then this definitely applies to you. And I say that not as someone judging you, but as someone who has been there, done that, and come out on top. So first and foremost, from my heart to yours, my brother, I feel you. I see you. The struggle is real. As a matter of fact, my own struggle was pretty brutal. And in order to tell you how you're going to get dozens of hot girls chasing you for a date, I have to tell you an embarrassing story real quick, so you know exactly where I'm coming from. A couple years ago, I was dating this girl named Shannon. At the time, she was the hottest girl I ever dated, and I'm ashamed to admit this, but I followed her around like a lovesick puppy dog, hoping that every now and then she'd throw me a bone. I was so obsessed with this girl and the perfect idea of her in my mind that I didn't see any of the red flags, like the way she would talk down to me in front of her friends, the way she expected me to pay for everything all the time, the fact that she spent way too much time with other guys that she told me were just friends. I'll never forget the night she cheated on me right in front of my face. There I was, standing at the bar like a chump, holding a drink I had just bought for her, with tears welling up in my eyes. And there she was, grabbing the crotch of this 6-foot-tall jock, so lost in his eyes, she didn't even acknowledge I was there. I felt my balls shrivel up and crawl inside my body with shame as the cold, hard truth came crashing down on me. I was never her boyfriend, not even her friend with benefits. I was her emotional tampon, A disposable boy toy she kept on a string and used for comfort when it was convenient. Go ahead. You can laugh at me. I deserve it. And please, for the love of God, learn from my mistakes. I did everything for her. Everything women always said they wanted from a guy, and she couldn't have given a fuck less about me. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part was, a few hours after she banged that jock from the bar, she texted me. And I answered. And even though her lipstick was all smudged from where her mouth had been, and his handprints were all over her ass, I still welcomed her back into my bed, where she complained about this other guy, cried on my shoulder, and fell asleep. And I let her do it again and again for weeks, swallowing back the tears, taking blow after blow to my self-worth, and pretending I was too manly and too cool to care. Yeah, that's how spineless and weak I used to be. And I told myself I was being kind, I cared about her, relationships are hard, and you have to compromise to keep a girl happy. But just between you and me, all of that is bullshit. You want to know the real reason I let her get away with that shit? Because she was hot. And not even that hot. I mean, now that I've dated models, I wouldn't even rate her a 6, but at the time, Shannon was the hottest girl who ever noticed me, and so I let her treat me like a doormat. I made her out to be this perfect princess, and I put her up on a pedestal. And guess what? Hot girls don't date guys who put them on pedestals, because from all the way up on that pedestal, all she can do is look down on you. Take a minute and let that land. When you put a girl on a pedestal, she has no choice but to look down on you. And I know you might think you would never be that guy, but be honest with yourself. If you've ever done anything at all to chase a girl, compliment her, or tell her how much you like her, you're making the same mistake I made. Even the little shit you thought was cute and confident, like buying her gifts, paying for drinks and dinners, telling her how pretty she is, agreeing with her a little too much, always making yourself available for her. Anything at all that puts you below her. I know you might think you're being a gentleman and taking the lead, but all you're really doing is giving your power away and turning her off. You're not being charming, you're being a chump. But don't feel bad if you've chased women like that in the past. Guys chase women only because they don't know how to make women chase them. It's so commonly accepted, no one even questions it. We are a generation of men raised by TV shows, movies, and porn to idolize hot girls and chase them like horny dogs. And that lie has kept us frustrated, single, and settling for less than what we truly deserve as men. That shit stops today. Deal? No more chasing girls. From now on, you keep your power, you put yourself on that pedestal, and you make her come to you. So how the hell are you going to do that? Well, if you thought you had to be good-looking, charming, and confident to get girls chasing you, think again. Sure, having confidence or good looks might better your odds, but once I tell you my secret, there won't be any odds. You just win, every time, and the girl of your choosing starts chasing you for sex without even thinking about it. Does that sound like a secret you'd love to know? Here's how I discovered this. After breaking up with my crazy ex, I made one of the best decisions of my life, and I got a female roommate. No, we never hooked up or anything like that. It was strictly platonic. But something else started happening for me. Something amazing. Just by being around this girl, a girl I was just friends with, other girls suddenly started treating me better. Girls who never noticed me in the past. And it wasn't because of anything I did. Trust me, I was an awkward little geek who would never dream of hitting on girls. But now, for the first time in my life, girls were hitting on me. Just because I was with another girl. Have you ever noticed that happening to you? Married guys know what I'm talking about here. Women always want you more when you're with another woman. It's a pretty universal truth. And this got me thinking. So I picked up a psychology book, and it turns out this is a verified scientific fact. When a woman believes that other women want to sleep with you, she will automatically want to sleep with you too. Did you catch that? Listen carefully, because this is going to unlock a world of sexual abundance you never even knew existed. When a girl thinks other girls want you, she wants you too. Automatically. If you're a science nerd like me and you want to look this up, the term you're looking for is pre-selection. Pre-selection is the most powerful aphrodisiac in the world. It's a deep, subconscious desire that exists in every woman you'll ever meet. And by the way, no woman will ever admit this is true. In fact, most women aren't even aware of it, which is why you should always watch what women do, not what they say. And now you know the truth. Women always want to sleep with the guys that they think other women want. And she doesn't even have to see you with other women, by the way. She just has to believe that other women want you, and she'll want you too, instantly and automatically. Now, here's a question you might want to know the answer to. How do you use this to your benefit? How do you get a woman to automatically want you that way? Well, it took me over a year to answer that question, and I'm happy to report there are dozens of little behaviors, words, and phrases that do the trick. Simple behaviors that any guy can do that trigger the pre-selection effect and make her want you automatically, like flipping a switch in her mind from turned off to turned on. I like to call them sexual triggers, and I'll tell you how I discovered them now, because you won't find the answer anywhere else. Trust me, I read dozens of books and took every course I could afford, but all I ever found were cheesy pickup lines, shady tactics, and corny routines from that book, The Game. Dude, I'm not trying to be some geek with techniques. I wanted girls to genuinely like me for me and sleep with me because they wanted to, not because I tricked them into it. Plus, I don't know about you, but one of my worst fears was accidentally creeping a girl out or saying one wrong thing and then winding up on social media with a hashtag #MeToo accusation attached to my name forever. I know it sounds lame, but back then, I just wished that someone or something could get a girl to make a move on me first. Not like actually get me laid, but just to kickstart the conversation and get my foot in the door. Because once you're talking to a girl and you know she's attracted to you, everything gets so much easier. Would you agree? So, here's what I did. I found a research study on pre-selection, and I used their results to come up with a simple phrase. A phrase that I thought had the best chance of getting a girl's attention in a positive way. Then I took that phrase, and I had it printed on a t-shirt. Then I went out wearing the t-shirt in places I knew lots of girls would be. The first shirt I made, nothing happened. The second version, same thing. No girls noticed me. But the third version actually got one cute girl to walk up to me and give me a compliment. Then she asked me my name, flirted for a minute, and asked me if I'd like to hang out with her after she got off work. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but for me, that was a huge victory. So we hung out for a few hours that night, and I wish I could say we banged like bunnies, but nothing happened. Because I was still getting over my ex, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing yet. But that's okay, because that simple little t-shirt experiment had given me something incredible. A proven way to get girls chasing me, even if only for a few seconds. And that was all the hope I needed to keep going. So I spent a whole week coming up with more ideas. Then a month, then 6 months, and by the end of that year, I had devoured 4 neuroscience textbooks, 9 dating advice books, 5 social dynamics books, and I watched over 300 hours of training videos on female psychology, seduction, body language, personality typing, neurolinguistic programming, sales, and a lot more. I was a freaking machine, and every time I found a concept, a behavior, or a phrase that I thought I could use, I put it into action with all the girls I was meeting, until I had a list of sexual triggers as long as my arm. The simple words, phrases, and behaviors that always made women chase me, every time. There were techniques to make a girl walk up and approach you first, to make her touch you, hit on you, ask you out, make the first move on you, kiss you, and more. So no matter what, I would always know exactly how to make a girl chase me and keep her chasing me all the way into bed. Once it all finally clicked for me, I was sleeping with dozens of new girls every month. All I had to do was smile and say a few innocent words in the first 5 minutes of conversation, and it was game over. She chased me and did 90% of the work from then on. There was Ashley, the Hooters girl, who flirted with me for her entire shift and then left her phone number on the bill. Then there was Gabby, my smoking hot neighbor I met while checking the mail, who practically forced her number into my phone and then knocked on my door later with a bottle of wine and a sexy smile. And I can't forget Vanessa, my college classmate who used to tell me we were just friends and some other girl would be so lucky to date me someday. Well, she was certainly a lucky girl when I had her bent over in the backseat of her car after our platonic coffee date. And I kept getting more and more confident with each new girl. Imagine going on a hot streak like that. I'll tell you right now, it feels amazing. It's like you can't do anything wrong. Once she's chasing you, everything you do and say becomes a turn-on for her, even if you're shy and geeky like me. And that's when you start to radiate confidence and sexual energy that women find irresistible, and they keep saying yes to you. Success breeds success, and women love saying yes to guys that are winning. It wasn't long before other guys started noticing and getting curious about my results. And I wasn't ready to share my sexual triggers yet, so instead, I told them about my t-shirt that gets girls to approach you. And I actually started making money by selling them. At this point, I had 12 different versions of the shirt that I knew girls loved. And guys started calling them flirt shirts because of how fast they get a girl to walk up and start flirting with you. And yes, I am still going to tell you how to get one for free at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. Well, the t-shirts only made guys more curious, naturally. So, eventually I gave in to the demand, and I started sharing my sexual triggers with other guys who wanted to learn. And at first it was just a blog post, then a few YouTube videos, and then it really took off. And before I knew it, I had written several books, and the books turned into a best-selling course called Modern Day Magnetic Attraction. And my students nicknamed it MDMA, the chemical name for ecstasy. And man, the first time you see a girl's eyes get wide and watch her blush with a rush of pleasure, you'll know exactly why they call it that. And the MDMA program turned into live coaching events around the world, where my clients would pay me up to $10,000 a piece just to hang out with me for a weekend and listen to me talk to women, live and in person. Man, to this day, one of my favorite feelings in the world is hearing from a coaching client the morning after he slept with the hottest girl he's ever been with. Especially the guys who always believed they were too old, too fat, too shy. It never gets old for me, no matter how many times I see it happen. Check out this text message from Robert. I thought your stuff only worked for you because you're young. But everywhere I go, women seem to notice me and hit on me. Some literally tell me they want to fuck me. And most of these women are in their 20s and early 30s. One woman even tried to convince me that 30 years wasn't too big of a difference to have a relationship. What planet did I land on? Robert is 64 years old and recently divorced, by the way. Or how about this Facebook message I got from Ben? Your advice on getting out of the friend zone was legit. A week ago, she wouldn't even return my texts. Now, she's texting me sexy pics and asking when I'm going to take her out on a date. Thank you. And here's my favorite. I used your stuff to get a stripper's number last night. Talking to women isn't a problem for me. I just needed help with the 9s and 10s. I'm so glad I found this while I was still single. I was so proud of these guys for stepping up, and they loved how easy and natural these sexual triggers really are. And I bet you're starting to realize how fun and easy it's going to be once women are chasing you like that too. But what were some of these secrets that myself and thousands of guys eventually started using to get women to uncontrollably chase me, make out with me, and sleep with me, time and time again? The ones that work 99 out of 100 times on almost any type of woman, regardless of her age, her race, her language, or how smoking hot she was. Well, I'd like to teach you some of them now, if that's cool with you. You might want to get out a pen and a paper for this part, especially since this video is coming down soon. The first technique has to do with a girl's lips. Did you know you can make a girl imagine having sex with you just by looking at her lips while she's talking to you? Subconsciously, of course, and that's why it's so powerful. Imagine looking down at her mouth while she's telling you something, and notice how she licks her lips and subtly starts touching you more, both of which are clear-cut signs she wants you, by the way. And how about this little trick? Guys who get stuck in the friend zone love what happens when they use this one. The next time you hang out with your crush, I want you to address her using the F word. No, not the dirty one. I want you to call her your friend. This works best on the hottest girls because they never even see it coming. She's used to having power over men and putting them in her friend zone. Make sense? Drop this into your conversations and notice how she tries a lot harder to turn you on and make you want her. Here's another one. Did you know that turning your chest towards a girl too early in the conversation is a guaranteed way to turn her off? Yeah, I never knew that either. It shows neediness and it completely destroys her attraction for you. Instead, you want to turn your chest away from her to show that you're not that invested in the conversation yet. When you do this at the right time, it drives her crazy and practically forces her to chase you. Man, body language is so incredibly powerful when you know how to use it right. And you'll see that soon enough. And we're only scratching the surface here, but I want to point something out real quick. Notice how these techniques don't rely on your looks, money, or level of confidence. Make a note of that. It's going to be super important, especially once I give you the keys to the vault and teach you the full set of sexual triggers that get her dripping wet for you. I bet you're already starting to think of which girl you want to try them on first. Imagine how easy and fun it's going to be when she's the one chasing you for a change. And before we dive into that, let's make one thing clear. The sexual triggers I give you next cannot make a woman sleep with you against her will. So forget what you may have heard about make her do this, make her do that. Most guys don't know this, but the moment you try to make a girl sleep with you, you've already lost. But what if you didn't have to make her do anything? What if she already wanted you so badly, she was grabbing you by the belt buckle and dragging you crotch first into the nearest bedroom, alleyway, or bathroom so she could have her way with you? That's what the following sexual triggers will do for you, 99 times out of 100, in a way that's so compelling, so automatic, and so addictive, she would never even think that saying no was an option. I mean, sure, she can always turn you down if she wants to, but I'll tell you from experience, they almost never do, because saying yes feels so much better. It's not even funny. Ever since I discovered this, I've had at least 7 girls confess that when they first met me, they felt slightly intoxicated by my presence, like they were drunk with lust. One girl even said I had her dickmatized. Yeah, that's a thing. And I bet you're already starting to see how being dickmatized can lead a woman to make very rash decisions, like cheating on her spouse or sleeping with some dirtbag who's going to abuse her. And I'm sure you've seen women do those things before, and now you know why. And that's why I need you to promise me you will only ever use this power for good, to give women incredible pleasure and make her unbelievably grateful she chose to get naked and share herself with you. Do we have a deal? By the way, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Andrew Ryan, and I'm the creator of Modern Day Magnetic Attraction, or MDMA for short. This is the complete manual of sexual triggers you won't find anywhere else, with word-for-word, step-by-step instructions to make sure you get them right every time, even the first time you try them. Remember what you learned here today about how women always want the guys they think other women want? MDMA is the only guide that teaches you how to hack that psychology to make women want you. And it's simple. So if you're looking for an advanced degree in womanology or 67 steps to get the girl, do not keep watching this video. MDMA is a practical, devastatingly effective guide that's proven to work for 97% of guys. Even if you're pushing 60, or you think you're too short or too shy to approach girls, and especially if you've tried everything you can think of and you're still not getting the women you really want. And it's not some recycled version of something you've heard before. There's nothing simpler, easier, or more effective than MDMA. Now, I've taught you a lot of information in this training so far, and you can take it home, use it, and it will work for you. Or you can do what most guys do and take the accelerated path. If you're the type of guy who hates learning through trial and error and fake it till you make it, if you'd rather just make it right out of the gates, then you're going to want the full blueprint inside MDMA, the complete arsenal of sexual triggers guaranteed to get women chasing you faster than you ever thought possible. But these sexual triggers are controversial, and like I said earlier, I'm only down to share them with a certain type of guy. So if you're already good with women and you don't need any help, or if you would use these techniques to objectify women or get revenge on a girl who hurt you in the past, do not continue watching this video. I want to empower guys like me. Good men who love women, love themselves, and are looking to gain an edge in the dating game, even an unfair advantage over other guys who typically have it easier than you. If that sounds like you, then I want to download my secrets into your brain. Let me tell you a fraction of what's inside MDMA. First, did you know that every woman goes through the same process before deciding to sleep with a guy? In MDMA, I'll teach you the exact process and how to shortcut the whole thing in just 5 minutes. If you've never seen a super hot girl get visibly horny right before your eyes, get excited. It's extremely empowering. I got a Facebook message from Jeff saying, I do this on all my Tinder dates now. It's so much more fun being chased than chasing the girl. Next, I'll teach you a simple, innocent phrase that gets any woman to lean in for a kiss, even if she wasn't that into you in the first place. Chris says, I tried this on a girl last night and she slapped me on the cheek and then grabbed me by the collar and shoved her tongue down my throat. God damn, this stuff is fun. Got any more? Yeah, I got a lot more for you. How about the emotional drug dealer? This is an under-the-radar phrase I usually say to a girl word for word, and it compels her to chase me around like a lovesick kitten on a leash, like I practically own her. And she loves it. Girls love to be put in this position by a guy who knows what he's doing. I got an email from Jason about this. He said it's like hot chick crack. I don't know why this makes girls so horny, and I don't care. Next, I'll teach you an innocent phrase that gets her to imagine having sex with you and encourages her to make the first move to get sexual. Can you imagine how easy and fun the conversation gets from there? Trust me, girls want you to tease them with your words like this. Anthony from Australia says, talking to girls is easy for me, but I never knew how to get sexual without being creepy about it. Thank you for this. It's absolute gold. You're also going to discover 7 boneheaded beta mistakes that make girls think you're weak, wimpy, and unworthy of sex. I promise you, just eliminating these 7 mistakes will completely change the way women treat you right now. Brad says, women smile and talk to me more, and guys see me as a leader. If you're brand new to all of this, you'll love what I cover next. 3 simple steps that create powerful sexual attraction with any girl you meet. And if you consider yourself more advanced, these 3 steps will take your game to insane levels where you're consistently getting the 9s and 10s you haven't gotten before. And it's all getting easier and better for you every time. And remember, these sexual triggers are completely rejection proof because they get her to make the move on you first. I mean, you technically can get rejected, but you gotta try really, really hard to screw this up. For example, my guys rave about the sexual power switch. Use this technique with any girl you want, but it works particularly well with a girl who already rejected you or put you in the friend zone because it changes her opinion of you fast. And it works for any girl you want, but it's scary effective with those super hot, hard to get types that are used to getting their way with men all the time. James emailed me to say this one technique is what finally got his ex-girlfriend to come crawling back to him. And that brings me to another thing you're going to discover, 3 telltale signs that she's into older guys. If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or even 60s, and you want to be dating younger women, I'll show you how to spot the right girl, turn her on, and have her crawling on her hands and knees calling you daddy. Philip emailed me to say, I'm dating a girl young enough to be my daughter. My ex-wife hates me for it, but fuck it, you only live once. I haven't felt skin this smooth in years. Next, I reveal 10 telltale signs that a woman is attracted to you, even if she says you're not her type. Women will never tell you what they're thinking, but they will give you signals, and I'll tell you how to read those signals like a book. You'll know women better than they know themselves, and it's going to be stupidly easy for you. These mind-reading tricks were developed by FBI lie detectors, and I'll show you how to use these same tricks to read a woman's mind and always know where you stand with her. Speaking of reading her mind, you're also going to learn how to tell early on in the relationship if she's planning on sleeping with you or putting you in the friend zone. And the one thing you can say to stay out of the friend zone and get her thinking about having sex with you. I can't even begin to tell you how many opportunities I blew with hot girls before I knew this one. It's absolute gold. By the way, did you know that the hottest women always give men 3 secret tests? And most guys fail these secret tests right away and completely blow their chance because they never see them coming. We all know women love to play mind games with men, and if you can't pass these 3 tests, you'll never be able to get the 9s and 10s, and you'll have to settle for the 5s and 6s who will take anything they can get. Speaking of tests, have you ever had a woman ask you to buy her a drink right away? I'll teach you how to handle that smoothly in a way that actually gets her to buy you the drink and start flirting with you hard. Ethan sent me a message saying this works so well, it's scary. And how about flirting? How are you going to flirt and be sexual with girls, but without being creepy about it? Well, if you're doing what the so-called gurus say, you're doing it totally backwards. I'm going to teach you a simple shift you can make in all your conversations from now on that will bypass her logical mind and speak directly to her emotions. So you don't have to try hard to make her chase you. She'll do it naturally and effortlessly, the way it should be. Saj messaged me saying, I'm angry I didn't know about this sooner. Now I can see exactly how I screwed up and looked creepy in the past. Talking to girls just got so much easier for me. Now, most guys don't know this, but the most attractive conversation you will ever have is the conversation you have with yourself. I'm going to give you one powerful mental exercise I do for 5 minutes every day that will eliminate all negative thoughts and replace them with a massive, raging, powerful self-confidence you never knew you could access. Peter emailed me saying, thank you for helping me unlock my full potential as a man. My self-esteem went through the roof, and the more I love myself, the more women love me too. And that's just a tiny fraction of what I have to share with you next. Now, I designed the MDMA system to be easy and straightforward, and it's going to make you the kind of guy women are naturally attracted to. This isn't complicated or hard to learn. It'll take you an hour or 2, tops, and it's broken down step by step so that regular guys like you and me can use it right away. Here's an email from Rob that says, I feel like a kid with a new toy. David says, before, I had to go out and try to pick up hot chicks. Now, they just exist in my life. I even got a message from Charlotte, a female friend of mine, saying, I thought this would be sleazy, but I'd actually love for guys to talk to me like this. When are you going to introduce me to some of these guys? Now, because you chose to listen carefully, you're probably starting to sense that MDMA is totally different than anything you've ever seen, and maybe you're starting to imagine how you'll use it in your own life. Maybe you're wondering, how can I get access to MDMA? How much is it going to cost? Is there a guarantee? And I'll answer those questions right now. But before I do, I have a question for you. What would you pay to wake up to a beautiful girl every morning? What's it worth to you to know that you can easily have sex with smoking hot girls who will treat you like a king? Girls who will love you for you, not for what you provide, how you look, or how old you are. Well, I charge $5,000 for a weekend of private coaching, and one-on-one consulting starts at $2,700. But seeing as this program is hosted online, my business partner suggested I only charge $599 for digital access. And that price would be totally fair, even before I tell you about the 7 valuable bonus programs I am giving away today, only while this video is still live. But because you found this page, you won't pay $599 today. You won't even pay the $300 it costs to buy a bunch of new clothes, and you won't pay the $100 it costs to buy dinner for a woman who might not even sleep with you anyways. When you order today, only through this website, you get the entire MDMA system, plus your free t-shirt that makes girls chase you, and 7 additional bonus products I'm about to show you right now for only $69. That's not a recurring payment, that's a one-time investment, and it's fully guaranteed for 60 days. So that breaks down to just $1.15 per day. That's less than a cup of coffee, all while you try this out and see how it works for you. And if for any reason you don't love it, it's easy to get a refund, and you can keep the free t-shirt just for giving it a shot. But you have to act right now because there's a limited number of shirts, and once they run out, this video is coming down. And it gets even better for you now. Let me introduce your 7 bonus products, worth almost $500, yours free when you order now. Bonus number 1, your free t-shirt that makes girls chase you. I told you I wouldn't forget about this. This is it, the now legendary flirt shirt. This simple t-shirt started my whole journey, and now it's going to kickstart your journey too. It comes in all colors and sizes, it's discreetly shipped in a plain white package, and it normally costs $40, but yours is free when you order MDMA, as my gift to you for taking action today, and to prove to you that women can and will make the first move on you, if you know how to make it easy, fun, and obvious. Next, you're getting Conversation Crack for Women. This astonishingly addictive guide gives you 7 word-for-word conversations that make women chase you. If you've ever been at a loss for words around beautiful women, and you wish that someone would just tell you the right words to say to turn her on and make her want to sleep with you, then this is exactly what you've been looking for but haven't been able to find in other so-called dating advice books. A $67 value. Next, you're getting my online dating and texting blueprint. If you want to meet hot girls on Tinder or Match.com, this handy little guide will show you the most magnetic messages and tempting texts that lead to sex. You literally cannot fail once you see these extremely explicit screenshots of text pulled directly from my iPhone. Use them to get dates, sexy photos, and easy hookups any night of the week. A $97 value. You also get Friend Zone to End Zone. Maybe there's a girl you already like, but she only sees you as a friend and nothing more. If so, this bonus guide will show you how to change her opinion of you fast and get you out of the friend zone and into bed with her. And you won't lose your friendship with her, you'll just take it to the next level. A $47 value. Next, you're going to get Dating Multiple Women. This is the complete guide to dating as many girls as you want. And I'll show you how to do it honestly and ethically without having to lie, cheat, or be a player. This is the easiest and fastest way to your first threesome, foursome, or even moresome. A $97 value. Here's another one you're definitely going to need. Passing women's tests. Sometimes women are going to give you shit and test you, especially those really hot 9s and 10s that I know you want the most. And that's why I'm arming you to the teeth with the best comebacks for all her cute little tests, insults, and put-downs. It's a $67 value. Then you'll get 7 perfect dates that lead to sex. This guide will show you how to set up a perfect date with any girl from start to finish. So there are no barriers and no excuses. And you and her can easily slide into bed together or sneak off to a dark corner to have some fun. A $67 value. Now, once this video comes down, these bonuses will cost you a total of $472. But right now, you're getting it all. The bonuses, the free t-shirt, and the complete MDMA system for a single one-time payment of $69. And you can feel good knowing your decision to get MDMA is fully guaranteed for 60 days. So you've got nothing to lose. Try it. See for yourself how easy it is. And if for some reason you're not sleeping with hot women in the next 2 months, if you aren't dating the girl you want to be your girlfriend, hell, even if you don't like the way my voice sounds in the video training, then email me and I'll refund every penny. No questions asked. And you can keep the bonus books and the free t-shirt for your effort. All I ask is that you give it an honest shot. And you're getting priority access to the private MDMA members area right now. So you'll have the full list of sexual triggers in a couple of minutes, depending on how fast you can enter your information on the next page. Once you click the big orange Click to Order Now button below, you'll see a private checkout page, and you can feel confident knowing your information is guaranteed secure by McAfee and VeriSign with military-grade data encryption. If you're ready to change your sex life, your social life, and your happiness as a man, then get started right now by clicking the big orange Click to Order Now button below this video. Now you have a decision to make. You could go on from here alone and change nothing. And logically, it makes sense that if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Or you could jump in with both feet, click the big button below this video and get access to the complete MDMA training right now. And you could be looking at your cell phone a week from now and see a sexy selfie from another new, young girl with perfect legs and lips and curves who wants to come over tonight for a little fun. You already know that this video is coming down soon. Plus, all 472 worth of free bonuses will disappear, and you'll have to pay full price for them after that. So, if you want in on the groundbreaking MDMA system, then you have to act right now. Click the button below this video, start using the system tonight, and use these simple sexual triggers to win over that hard-to-get girl you've been thinking about, or sleep with as many hot girls as you have time for. It's completely up to you. Obviously, I can't make this decision for you, but I do believe everything happens for a reason, and it's not a coincidence you're here watching this. And right now, you have a chance that most men never will. A chance to get hot women chasing you, calling you, texting you, excited to jump into bed with you, and I've already done all the hard work for you. But all I can do is open the door. You're the one who's got to walk through it. So, take advantage of this one-time offer, and before this video disappears forever, say yes. Yes, you're ready for more. Yes, you're ready to have hot girls wrapped around your finger. Yes, you're ready to experience what it's like to have all the power and control in the dating game, maybe even for the first time in your life. Click the button below to complete your order and join the brotherhood inside the MDMA training program right now. Go ahead, give it a shot. You've got nothing to lose and you're fully guaranteed for 60 days. So if it doesn't work for you, you don't pay. It's that simple. I wouldn't make this promise if I wasn't 100% sure it would work for you. Hopefully you'll look back at this moment and see it as a turning point in your life, the day you decided to stop settling and take control of your future. Okay, thanks for watching my presentation here. I really look forward to hearing how MDMA transforms your life too. Click the button below to get started right now. Okay, I see you're still here, still deciding. Look, I'm sure you can imagine we get a lot of questions about the MDMA system, so let me answer some of the most common questions people have, and hopefully I will answer your biggest questions as you make your decision now. 1. How do I get my free t-shirt? Okay, the free t-shirt is my gift to you for taking action today and joining MDMA. They normally cost $40, but yours is going to be free when you order the MDMA system. So once you click the button below and complete the order form, you'll be taken to the private members area where you can choose your shirt, size, and color and have one sent to you for free. And the shirt and the free bonus package are going to be yours to keep, even if you decide that MDMA is not for you. It's my thank you for taking action today and giving this a shot. That's how confident I am this will work for you. Just click the big button below to get started, and your free shirt will be in the mail as soon as you fill out your shipping info. You're going to find all the instructions spelled out for you step by step inside the members area. 2. Will MDMA work for me? What if I'm fat, short, or bald, or poor, or anything else? Okay, I get questions like this all the time. Guys say things like, I'm only 5 foot tall and I'm out of shape. I don't know if this will work for me. Or I'm 55 years old and bald. There's no way MDMA can help me sleep with younger women I'm actually interested in. And look, I'll tell you the same thing I tell those guys. Just try it. See for yourself. Because look, if you've been relying on things like your looks, your height, your money to get women for your whole life, well, you're going to have to try something new now. It's time to learn how to attract women without having to rely on superficial things like that. And that's why guys love MDMA so much, because it doesn't depend on surface level stuff like your looks or your age or your money or anything else. Remember, the sexual triggers inside MDMA are primal and subconscious. They tap into the deepest part of her subconscious mind, the part of her that doesn't even recognize things like age or height. And they control her sexual emotions and her arousal, the parts of her brain that make her fall in love. In fact, what if I told you that some of the guys using MDMA right now are actually stealing girls away from guys who happen to be much more successful and good looking? So yeah, this will definitely work for you no matter what you look like. 3. Will MDMA help me get out of the friend zone? Okay, you might be worried about making a move on a female friend, but guess what? MDMA gets her to make the move on you instead. So over time, gradually, she might start hitting on you or hinting that the two of you should take things to the next level, and you won't have to risk losing the friendship with her. It'll just become friends with benefits, or she'll become your girlfriend, which is what most guys say they want. So, yeah, MDMA will definitely get you out of the friend zone, and it'll also help you in other tricky situations, like in school or a girl at the office, situations where you just don't want to risk hitting on a girl too directly. 4. What if I don't want to pick up girls? I just want one loving, loyal girlfriend. Yes, MDMA will definitely help you find one amazing girlfriend to settle down with. And this is a common benefit a lot of guys forget about. You know, guys get so excited about getting all these women to chase them for sex, they actually forget that one of the greatest reasons for doing all of that is to find that one woman you feel is perfect for you. And one of the greatest advantages you get from MDMA is that now you have the power to choose, okay? You have the power to choose your perfect girl and get her to come to you, so you never have to settle for a bad relationship or an unattractive girl who doesn't excite you. Plus, MDMA is packed full of tools that will help you in your relationship, so you'll understand your girlfriend better than she understands herself, and you'll know why she gets emotional, and why she fell in love with you in the first place, and what makes her cheat on a guy, and how to make sure she'll never do that to you, so she'll always stay loyal and faithful to you no matter what. 5. How is this different from other dating techniques out there? Well, the real thing that makes MDMA so groundbreaking and so unique compared to anything else you might have seen out there is that it's the only system that gets a girl to make the move on you first. It's based on female psychology, and it works on her subconscious mind in a deep, primal, emotional sense to trigger the natural desire to chase you that exists in every woman. Every woman wants to do this, okay? That's what MDMA will do for you. It makes women chase you, just like they'd see a famous celebrity or an athlete, and they would do anything to sleep with him. Just picture a girl you want to sleep with or to make your girlfriend, or both. Picture that girl in your mind right now. MDMA is going to teach you exactly what to say and what to do in a totally innocent way to get her to start chasing you and getting horny for you. And from that point on, you have the power to decide where you want to take it with her. 6. If I use MDMA, am I being sleazy or manipulative? That's a great question, and the answer is no. Think about it like this. Do you think it's sleazy or manipulative when a girl puts on makeup, or wears skin-tight yoga pants that let you see every little detail of her legs and ass from behind, or a tiny little top that shows her cleavage? Is that sleazy and manipulative? No, of course not. Women get to dress however they want, show off their bodies, make men stare at them, even stop traffic if they want to. And as men, we love it. We love it when women do that for us. And guess what? Women will also love it when you use these sexual triggers to get them chasing you. It's perfectly natural and 100% ethical. You just may have never experienced this before. Not yet. In fact, most women have never met a man in their life who could make them feel like this fast. Sexual triggers make that possible. And I don't know about you, but I don't consider that sleazy or manipulative. I think it's a gift, and it's going to level the playing field for you and give you a big leg up in the dating game. 7. Can I trust your guarantee? Yes, you can absolutely trust my guarantee. No question about it. And I'll tell you why. That's because the guarantee is not backed by me personally. It's backed by my payment processor, ClickBank. They have their own dedicated support center that handles everything. So you get to download MDMA right now, try it out for a full 60 days to test drive the material, and if you're not happy, just send an email or call them toll free, and they'll give you your money back, and you don't even owe them or me any explanation. Can you start to see how there's literally no risk to you? The only person taking any risk here is me, not you. Because honestly, you could just buy the program, get the free t-shirt and the $500 worth of bonus material, and then immediately ask for a refund. And I'm sure there's some trashy, low-life people out there who will totally do that and basically end up stealing from me, even after they get all the benefits I guarantee you'll receive. But I'm willing to bet you're not that type of person. In my experience, the percentage of people who take advantage of me like that is so small, I don't even notice. My only focus is getting amazing results and changing guys' lives for the better. So, yeah, you can trust my guarantee 100%. 8. Who should not get MDMA? Okay, guys who would use it to hurt women or abuse them in any way, physically or emotionally, they should not get this. I have a strict zero-tolerance policy on toxic behavior towards women, and it's very rare, but whenever I find someone has violated that policy, I very quickly ban them from the program and instantly refund their money. Look, the techniques in MDMA are morally neutral. They're not good or evil on their own. They just give you a lot more power to whatever guy is using them. And with the right intentions, this can change your life and make women incredibly happy. But hey, with bad intentions, this could hurt someone. My hope is that you will use MDMA to bring women incredible pleasure and show them experiences with a man that they've never had before, to give them the excitement and passion and romance that they've been missing out on, and let them live out their wildest fantasies with you. And I'm very confident that the overwhelming majority of guys who use MDMA are good men who only have the best intentions towards women. 9. How fast will I get results? Well, that really depends on how fast you put the techniques to work for you. Just like anything else in life. If you're the type of guy who buys a book and never reads it, then you're not going to get much out of this program either. You have to actually learn the material and take action with it, and with women in the real world. So if all you want to do is get easy sex without having to do anything at all, you might as well take the money you'd spend on MDMA and go hire a prostitute. But if you're ready to take these sexual triggers and start using them right now, as soon as you click the button below and complete your order, then you can expect to start seeing results in as little as 1 to 2 hours from now. And I'm not going to promise you that you'll be sleeping with supermodels overnight, but I know for a fact that MDMA will get hot women chasing you the second you put it to work. And the more you use it, the more you master the techniques and get comfortable using them, the more confident you're going to feel. And that's only going to help you get better with women even faster and faster, especially once you're having sex with really hot women on a regular basis. That's going to change you at a core level. It's going to transform you into the most confident, powerful version of yourself that I know you've always wanted to be. That's what the sexual triggers have done for me and for every other guy that's tried them. And I know that's how it'll be for you too when you start putting them to work in your life. You get from this exactly what you put into it. 10. Is my credit card information safe? What will show up on my bill? Okay, like I said earlier, it's not going to be me or my company that's charging your card. It's going to be my payment processor, ClickBank. That's what will show up on your bill, so you can feel good knowing their billing is very discreet. ClickBank has had millions of customers over the years because they know what they're doing. It's a high-quality business with a stellar reputation, and you can see on the checkout page, after you click the button below, you'll see that they've been verified and approved by the same security companies that verify Amazon.com and Apple.com. They handle billions of transactions every year, so it doesn't get any more secure than that. So, yes, your personal information is guaranteed to be safe and secure. They use military-grade encryption, so there's no way your information could be intercepted by a third party. In fact, it's much safer than buying something in person at the store, because there's no employee handling your card. There's no human error involved. Only a safe, secure system, safer than a Swiss bank vault. You just enter your information on the checkout page, and everything is taken care of for you. So there you go. Those are the 10 most common questions I get asked about MDMA, and I hope I answered your question here. But if you're still here, wondering if this is right for you, then there's only one way to find out. Click the button below to complete your order. You can download the program at your convenience, take as much time as you need to review the material, try it out, and decide if it's right for you. And if it's not for you, then no problem. But it's better that you find out now instead of wondering what if for the rest of your life. That's why MDMA has such an unconditional guarantee, so you have nothing to worry about and no excuse to not try it right now. And for $69, that's the same price as taking a girl out for drinks these days, and that's a girl who may or may not even sleep with you anyways. This is an insane amount of value here, to gain the power to make any woman you like start chasing you for sex, so you can date as many women as you have time for and settle down with the best girl when the time is right for you. It's that simple and easy. All you have to do is click the button below to complete your order and get started right now.